Hey, what's up, Rangers? Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. Forgot to start the laptop up before we started the live stream, so waiting for that so I can sculpt. I gotta put gloves on anyways. Wherever they went. I think they're back there. We're gonna get a little close and personal. Hope you don't mind. Not that close and personal, though. Figure we'll do a little bit of sculpting. I gotta work on some commissions today, too, but I want to make some progress on this. Yes, it's still saved on the laptop. I walked out here and realized that it was dead from just sitting here. So on a high note, it's not so dead anymore. It's gonna be interesting. Trying to work through some of this stuff. This time we're gonna try to properly mix this today and not use as much right off the get-go. Got a little too ambitious with that first batch. So I think we'll go, this is probably too much, but not gonna hurt anything. I don't got any large commissions I'm sculpting anytime soon. Thank God. Hopefully, I want to say hopefully I don't get any more of those anytime soon, but they're kind of nice to get though, because they make more. They're more monies. Hey, Mr. Metal. Just trying to get a little piece of part two. Is this part two? Yeah, part B. Hey, Gamingzilla, going solid. That's too big. Too much part two. Wait, that's a little better. Here's some stuff in the background. I think my cat is using its litter box. I'm getting into it. I got these three. I'm gonna pump out. I don't think I'll get the Gobora. I might actually work on the 1/6 dude in the box. I might try to get his head kind of set up today at least. Start making some progress on that one. Hopefully. Gobora will probably be a part of a live stream. Yes. Because I still have the box hanging out right there with all the stuff in it. I probably got to get you to send me some pictures again just as a refresher of exactly what you want on it. Because while I'm epoxy puttying, I'll probably do that too. But that one I can't do stream because I'll have to check. Well, I guess I could check the Discord on the laptop, to be fair. No, I can't say I ever really got into Aqua Teen Hunger Force, personally. Just, a lot of the Adult Swim, like, exclusive shows I had a hard time with. Outside of Metalocalypse. Metalocalypse is sweet. I still listen to some random Def Block. My favorite mac and cheese? Just regular mac and... Well, I guess like 5 cheese mac and cheese would probably be it. I'm not super into the breading on top. But like a good, like, oven-baked, like mac and cheese. It's good stuff. Oh no. No start on Godzilla versus Megalon. That's not where I want to be in my life. Thanks for going to full screen. That's what I wanted. I like the way you look up. Since I'm working on this, and the suggested video was this live stream. Yes, I'll take it. But yes, it is a bootleg -1. Because it is way cheaper to get a hold of one of these. And if I'm going to be messing around with it, might as well mess around with the more inexpensive figure. For sure. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, I'm watching the final... Somebody, for their kindness, uploaded some scenes of just Godzilla from the the -1 death scene. So I can get some solid reference shots. So like I said, I kind of want to work on this side today. Thankfully, it feels like I mixed the stuff up pretty good. So hopefully this will go a little bit more smoothly. Again, haven't changed that garbage back there. I do apologize. It's just chilling. One of these days. Because to be honest, I don't make too much actual garbage, so it's just like, at least down here anyways. Depends on the commissions. Like these ones don't really take, like I don't really make too much outside of just like extra epoxy putty. Hey, Lady Draco. So like I said, it's not going to be 100% accurate to what's going on here. So I think the worst is because of all the stupid mist, it's so hard to see anything. I think my other little detriment is because this is the bootleg, the detailing on this isn't nearly as crisp, so it's harder to get this epoxy putty to want to stick to it initially. Not too much Transformer stuff. I've done like a couple of custom like commissions for them. It's mainly just been like 3D printed parts for the most part. Like I did like a display base for a Grimlock. Okay, for this section here on the neck, I think I want to do like 2 bulbs and a bulb on top. There. Oops. Didn't do remotely what I wanted. Then just a little section. Kind of plop around there. Because I squished it together, we're going to have to separate this part back out. Kind of squish it back together. Work on tacking this down a little bit just to get some better adhesion. Because fun was, I think after I finally get that 55 puppet done and scanned, I think the next one I want to do is a -1. Which is kind of funny because I want to take like update like the difficultiness of sculpting stuff. What if I can not zoom into my hand that far? Stop it, phone. So I just wanted to see if I could zoom in a little bit more so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing with like the neck region here. Like I said, this session mainly, like I'm not going to be spending all day on it because, like I said, I got all the commissions I got to work on today. This is mainly. I'm almost more doing this for you guys than myself. It's something different. I tend to do a lot of painting with these live streams. So it's nice to get a little bit of sculpting done. Okay, cool. Yeah, because while I'm got the epoxy putty out, I might mess with that just so I could permanently attach that head. Keep getting concerned because I hear little noises going off to the side of me. And I'm like, is that Casey? I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's just the cat messing with his litter box. Casey's taking a nap right now. It's the only reason I get any kind of spare time to work on this stuff. So by the time my wife wakes up, it's pretty much dinner, and then she's got to start getting ready for work. And then by then, I got to start getting ready to go to bed. So it's like these little times are like the best I got to work on anything. So I'm always hopping between like editing a video, streaming for you guys, or working on commissions depending on. Just, I don't want to say what I feel like, but just what seems to be needed. Yeah, because I remember I had to adjust the limbs. That definitely won't be today. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna use for that because, like, again, with those bodies, once you start adding some weight, it's not a good thing. So I might do a rod. Honestly, tempted to just use the foam just so it stays connected and fills it out because you're not going to see the arm. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But yep, yeah, Serval's down here. As he does. He is a very pestersome kitty. We love him, but he likes the nag. Like I said, I'm kind of using just the pictures here is more as a guide than anything for accurate detailing. Because again, with using epoxy putty, it's kind of hard to be super precise when you only got so much time to really work on anything before it starts curing. So I tend to take a little bit of liberties. It's more just making sure you get like the right shape down. Oh, there, I think you're photo dump. Just hit my phone. Yeah, I got mine off AliExpress. It's like about $30 after shipping, depending on who you order it from. If you go to the bootleg review, I do have a link to the guy that I bought mine from. If you'd like to check that out. It's one of those, like, I don't like, as a -1 figure, I don't quite recommend it. But if you like working on action figures, like if you're planning on like touching it up, doing some painting and whatnot, then it's a cool figure to pick up. In terms of it coming in without issues and janked up teeth and an arm that likes to stay in. Or if you don't mind that stuff. Because to be fair, this is still better than the Bandai America one for about the same price. Which I still kind of want, only because I want the gold one that was at the... Oh, what was it? Is that the New York Comic Con? I think it was a con exclusive. That one I kind of want. Just for giggles more than anything. The one thing I gotta be careful of is I don't want to do too much on the upper shoulder because I still kind of want the shoulder to be able to do things. Which is one thing I've realized on this side I might have a problem with, is getting his arm fully upright to really get the pose. Yep, sticking to me. Oh, I just meant like detail-wise, this is a better buy than the Bandai America if you want a -1 Godzilla. So I'd say if you don't want to spend Monsterarts price, the Super 7's pretty solid. Again, it's kind of in the same boat that you need. I would recommend putting a little bit of work into it to really make it shine. But even if you just bought that, just like sprayed some matte clear coat on it. Well, to be fair, for some of the people, I don't know if because technically this pops up like in the same area as like shorts for some people, and the full title might not show up. But working on a bootleg -1. We're making it the final scene like death version. Is what I'm aiming for with this one. So we're giving them all the exposed, blowing out skin onto them to really make them look pretty gross. Yesterday we did some of the face where we got the eye bulging going on. Just gotta be careful where I put my hand because I don't need to. I was using the end of the toothpick just to kind of add some detailing a little bit. I'll be honest, I was never that into school. I think a lot of it mainly just had to do with like the teacher, like some teacher I really liked, but I had to really like be into the teacher to really get into class. Otherwise, I kind of just did artsy stuff most of the time, which got me in trouble periodically. Also, didn't help that I was just a big nerd on a lot of stuff, anyways. So even though I'm a relatively large build guy, for the most part, until high school, I tend to got picked on, especially for my open love of giant monster stuff, and anime and what have you. High school, they were a little bit more forgiving. High school went pretty solid for me. Yeah, I like my boy Zilla, but I don't think he's beaten -1. Even though they're relatively the same size. Let's say Junior maybe would stand a better chance, but I think it just Zilla in general, probably not. Between the regenerating factor and the giant nuke beam. I don't think he's really got too much of a chance. I can say he's only really got speed and they're relatively the same size. Junior, like I said, I think Junior has more of a fair shot because he also has a beam. Like Junior's got a beam, Junior's faster. I'd also say in terms of intelligence, Zilla's got a bit of an edge to -1. Because Zilla's -1's more like wanton destruction. I am super angry all the time. Fight me. Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's just like I said, it's mainly the regenerating factor. Because it did take quite a few missiles to take out Zilla, and also more advanced weaponry than what -1 had to deal with. But then again, Zilla pretty much took 5 missiles and got stunned by torpedoes. Because we don't know if the torpedoes actually hit him. It just kind of got stunned. Because we know -1 could take tank fire. And I don't know if Zilla could take tank fire. Ooh, coming along nicely. Wish I had a better shot of his chest cavity, though. Because technically he's got like all this scaling kind of popping up too. I'm not too worried about trying to detail that. No, Zilla doesn't take 2014. 2014 is like double his size. Double his size, could take more punishment. Yeah, I don't see our boy coming out of that one unscathed. Yeah. I don't know, because I kind of like Space Godzilla would have been cool. I kind of wish they would have done like I still think like a monster art like MonsterVerse Biolante would have been great. And I think for the way with the settings and whatnot, it kind of writes itself too. Yeah, like -1's definitely more mobile. I think that's mainly due to the size. But 14 is pretty much a tank. Just it's like once you start getting epoxy putty on your glove, it just gets infinitely harder for things to stick to things that aren't your gloves. I was looking when you squish it down, it looks almost exactly how you imagined it going down originally. It's like, sweet, that made life easier. Also now noticing he's got like a little blob on his cheek. So let's add that. Little blob on his cheek that's got like a little dent. Right there. Because funny enough, there's not really much going on the sides. So he's got a lot of damage coming down the back neck region here, for sure. So we need some more here. Because I think it's meant mainly scene dependent. I wonder if they made like an entire model or if this like stuff was just added like post. Because it's like one side is infinitely more noticeable exploding skin detailing than the other side. Actually, I kind of wonder how minus one's beam would do against 2014 because we know 2014 could take a nuke, which is what I feel like Godzilla's beam is. Like, I wonder if it has like that same like it was like a destructive force all the way through, or if it just like has that same explosion. I don't know. Oh, looking at this, I definitely need a bigger glop on this neck here. It's like one bit right there. So the one thing that kind of sucks, because this is an articulated figure, I can't really go with the same detailing that's on here because I gotta split up the details. Because of the way the stuff kind of sits. This is always nice too, like when you're sculpting, it usually just random things you got hanging around like a toothpick. And what you can accomplish with like little to no actual tools. Like, to be honest, I don't really need this thing, but it comes in handy. Like, if you had an Exacto blade, you could kind of pull off most of the same things I'm doing right now. Fairly easy. Because, like, the way it should be is you should have, like, a giant glob kind of, like, following his shoulder, but because of all these breaks, like, I could do it, but it wouldn't look right without having to do a bunch more modifying. But I think I'm going to call it good for that. We'll add some more on the back here. Looks like he's got... I also don't really want to hinder the articulation at all. So, for instance, this little stomach section, it should kind of bend like this. I get it not attached to my finger anymore. There we go. It should be kind of like this. That's really hard. But because this articulation is here, I'm going to just flip it around. And kind of just have it following the back piece. I'm just going to zoom back in. Make it a little easier for my end. I want to say OGzilla. I think OGzilla would probably be the more impressive. Is to me like the one with more impressive feats. Because we never really get to see too much of Final Wars other than we know he can jump. That's about all we got. Yeah, pretty much Blisterzilla. That is for sure. Got little blistery protruding bits. This one, AliExpress. That's where I got it from. Ball joints for custom figures. I get mine off of eBay and Amazon. Depending on what you're looking for, some are cheaper on eBay, some are cheaper on Amazon. Also, sometimes you can only find it on one or the other. Yeah, day's going solid. Worked kind of sucked, but it is what it is. To be fair, work's not going to be a whole lot better tomorrow. So I already know I'm going to work, and I got way more because the new processes started there not too long ago. It now makes for days like tomorrow, it's going to be even more work for me than it would have previously. Ugh, wish I could see this chest better. There we go. There's kind of a weird bendy thing going here. So let's get that in there. There's a little chunk here. Like I said, the longer you mess with this putty and the more you touch things, it just makes things harder. Then we'll add a little bending chunk right there. It's kind of like we're making a weird little face. Maybe have that kind of following the his under bib. Sort of like that. I was gonna say, have you been enjoying COD? I saw you guys were playing it yesterday, but I didn't really have too much spare time for gaming yesterday, which sucked. Do you just need the multiplayer to play the zombies? Okay, yeah, because I just downloaded. I didn't download the campaign yet. I just downloaded the multiplayer. Right now, I'm just trying to tack this down. I think I'm going to put one right in between his boobs. Yeah, I saw some shorts for it, and it looks pretty good. But if you're liking it, that's pretty exciting. I didn't see this detailing on him. I just kind of wanted to add it to it because I thought it'd look cool. Arnaz is mainly like Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff. He likes Predator. Pretty much Predator and Terminator are the primary things he collects. He also likes Gabra, as we all know. Although the monster he sold is X plus Gabra. That being said, so did I. I didn't get the Godzilla or the Mini to go with them, so it just felt weird kind of having them without anybody else. A little more Gabra. You could. I'm not. I just don't know. Though to be fair, he's usually if somebody buys him things, he usually hangs on to it. Like he's pretty sentimental towards that stuff. But if he buys it himself, it's probably not long for this world. That's pretty much once it gets like any form of value, that thing is gone. Oh, Shin Godzilla. It's not even close for me. I would say since King of the Monsters has come out, I've grown to appreciate that movie a little more. Like if I feel like watching a legendary Godzilla movie, usually will pop that one on. Mainly because I just really like the soundtrack to it. The soundtrack, it's got like I think the best monster designs. I still think the story's a little bit weak on it, but it's a fun movie still. Oh yeah, as per the monster design and plot, I would 100% pick Shin Godzilla over King of the Monsters. King of the Monsters kind of has that oh whatchamacallit. It's got the same problem as like Alien vs Predator Requiem has, is where there's a certain sections of the movie that is better than a lot of other giant monsters like Godzilla stuff, but as a whole, it is not the best. Like I think as a whole, it's probably my second least favorite one out of the group. Like I said, oddly enough, like I still get like drawn back to it because I really like the fights and the monster stuff. But that's the only thing that movie really has going for it. And sound design. Um, yeah, because it's coming back to theaters, right? More than likely now, because I've already had the experience. I probably would have went. I wanted to go see minus color just to kind of see what the differences were going to be. But I already had to drive to go watch this the regular version. I didn't really want to spend more money again or go driving again. We're about where I want to be today. So I kind of wanted to finish getting his upper body done. Because it'll probably be a session for the upper body and then another session for the tail. I don't know why I'm being like delicate around the eyes because I already know they're hardened, so I don't have to worry about them. Come on, you just stick, little guy. It's always the littlest ones that give you the most problems. Like for me, I'd still would rather watch. Like I would much rather watch '98 Godzilla than King of the Monsters. If I'm also going to be honest. Yeah, hopefully he does get a sequel. It sounds like there's a good possibility. Okay, I think I'm going to call it good for today because I don't really want to mess up anything that I've done already. But this is where we're at now. With all the damaged bits. So next session, I'll probably be doing a couple of more bulbous sections in between some of the spikes. I'm going to probably move this up so I can do the stomach region, and then probably try to do like the groin, the legs, adding some stuff. Maybe a couple extra things here and there. But pretty much majority of the upper body is pretty well set now. Just getting around like I said, we'll do a section for the legs. Then we'll hopefully get the tail done in one shot. See how that goes. But while this is hardening, I already mentioned I'm going to try to attach a mask. So I need the rest of this to do the mask. So before that hardens, we're going to call it a day because I've actually been streaming about 20 minutes longer than I probably should have been anyways. But help us defeat those guys by hitting the like button, subscribe, become our agent today. We've also got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, Facebook. Guys, that keep up the day with channel. Donate. Greatly would appreciate it. Okay, yeah, just let me know when you ship it out. If you guys like to pick up some Godzilla collectibles for yourself, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. If you support the channel, get yourself some sweet collectibles. They do free shipping over $100. So if you're ever spending money on Entertainment Earth, if you wouldn't mind, just click a video, follow the link. I think I even have it in the profile here. It's a free way to help support the channel. Same thing if you're picking up Haya figures. CaucusToys.com is also a link in the description. You can save 60% off your order. Code Steve Kaukus at checkout, and they just do free shipping, period. They're a little more expensive than some of the stateside sites, but you get them like infinitely sooner than the stateside sites, and it's also cheaper than trying to buy from Haya directly. It's just love. I'm not gonna get many subscribers from that one. I hate to be honest. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Maybe. Later.